Yo. Good afternoon, good evening, freedom marchers, freedom family, freedom lovers, and freedom fighters. It's your boy, Tyrus Bane, aka The Definition, aka Snaps of the Gorilla. Hollering at y'all with a quick live stream. I really feel the need to discuss this because it's important that we understand what's going on with this whole thing with Russia and Ukraine, and now the United States and the UK, and all the threats and all that good stuff. They are, listen, y'all know how I feel about this, right? This is all a game. This is all part of the Kabuki theater. They want us to be at war. Understand that. The people that really run this country, that really have a huge part to play in how the world works, they want this war to escalate to the World War III level. They want that because they feel like it's going to purge a lot of the useless eaters from this planet, and that they'll be able to have their way with everything and anything that is left behind. Anything left, they feel like they're going to have their pick. They feel like they're going to be able to control everything, and those that are left, they want this level of escalation to occur. And that's why they're racing against the clock to have it escalate before January. That's why Joe Biden and the UK Prime Minister, that's why they authorized the Ukraine to use these long-range missiles to fire into Russia. Why now? Why didn't they do that at any point in the last 1,000 days this war has been going on? Sunshine was good. No problem. And I also saw your comment about Agenda 47. I will be touching on that as well. So, yeah, I think it's very interesting. Agenda 47. I will be talking about that at some point, probably tomorrow. But right now, I wanted to talk about this because, Russia, Vladimir Putin, is making it clear that he feels like this is a direct attack from the UK and from the United States. And just so you guys know, he launched hypersonic missiles into Ukraine. It's a new missile system that he has. He said, I think it was about 10 of them that they launched. And now he's saying that they're going to start mass producing these hypersonic missiles. And understand, he's saying these hypersonic missiles are like 10 times the speed of sound. And so it will be very difficult to intercept them if he launches them. So any missile defense system would have a hard time actually being able to intercept these and make sure that they don't land. That's what he's saying. There has been a lot of posturing, a lot of propaganda during these 1,000 days of this war, and it's only going to get worse. But the bottom line is, Russia is not beholden to the United States, and they're not beholden to the World Economic Forum and anything like that. So, but that doesn't mean that he can't be manipulated by the powers that be that I have mentioned. And there is quite a bit of manipulation going on, and he is falling for the manipulation. Understand that. I want you guys to understand what he said. One thing he said was, if we are directly attacked by any NATO nation outside of Ukraine, Ukraine is not officially a NATO nation. There was talk about it, and this was ostensibly why Russia decided to invade. for among other reasons. But this is what he said. He said that if he is attacked by any country in the West, clearly he does not consider Ukraine to be part of the West, that he will go with a nuclear option. You understand? That is his new mandate, to launch nuclear missiles. His mandate is, if we are directly attacked by a nation that has nuclear capabilities. So, if the country that attacks him directly, or attacks his country directly, has nukes, he is going to launch nukes first. That is his launch, his nuke first policy. Yeah. So, he has given instructions that if he is attacked, if Russia is attacked by any nation with nuclear weapons, it doesn't have to be a nuclear attack. It can just be a regular ass attack. It could be, maybe the ground troops or something, or ballistic missile attack. If that happens, he's saying that he will launch nuclear weapons against that country. So let's say we have some people down there in Eastern Europe, and they actually began to launch an attack against Russia in some form or fashion. And it doesn't have to be nuclear. If it's the United States has nuclear capabilities. Because the United States has nuclear capabilities, he will launch a nuclear weapon into the United States. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. Right? So if we are somehow dragged into this, right? If we get directly involved in any form of fashion, and he is now, after Ukraine used our long-range missiles, right, our ICBMs, to strike Russia, he considers that a direct attack from the United States and from the UK. So it was after that he said, okay, y'all do that shit again. Because it's like Joe Biden told, right? It's like Joe Biden ordered Ukraine to launch those missiles. But Ukraine is supposed to be a sovereign nation, right? If it wanted to launch long-range missiles that it had acquired from another country, why would it need authorization from that country? No, you gave me the missiles. I'm a sovereign nation. You gave it to me to defend myself. I'm going to use them. Just by the fact that he received authorization from our country, Vladimir Putin considers that a direct attack from the United States and Russia. That's what he said. So then that's when he made the new mandate. The new nuclear strike first mandate is, if we are attacked by a nation with nuclear weapons, we are then against them. They're just gonna do it right off the bat. That's what he said. Now, will he do it? I don't know. But again, I can't speak to what Vladimir Putin or Russia is going to do, because they're not beholden to the United States. They're not beholden to any of the any of those people. They act on their own. They do their own thing, and they're basically saying, mind your fucking business, United States. Mind your business, UK. You should not be authorizing anything, right? You have directly involved yourself in the military strategy of Ukraine, right? Giving them weapons to do this shit. Now we're telling them, go ahead and launch these missiles. Sugar-Free Mars is in the building. Jay with Open Eyes 4 is in the building. So understand that Putin is now seeing the United States and the UK as being directly involved in that those long-range missile attacks were direct attacks from the UK and the USA. And that if that happens again, he's saying that he is going to launch nuclear weapons at the United States. or at the UK or whatever country. I don't know if UK has nuclear capabilities. I think they do, but we damn sure do. We damn sure do. Matter of fact, we're the only country in history that has nuclear weapons that actually used it against another country. The only ones. No other country has done this. Yes, they have done testing. And just so y'all know, Putin is basically saying that these missile launches against their hypersonic missiles, they're using Ukraine as a testing ground for his hypersonic missiles. Sugar-free Mars, indeed, it's a sick times. Yes. So just so y'all know, he's saying that he's going to build more and launch more of those missiles into Ukraine. And this will probably, you know, Vladimir, whatever fucking name, Zelensky. All right, son, I'll see you in there. This is President Zelensky character, man. I mean, he really is just, I'm getting tired of that dude. I'm getting tired of that dude. That dude need to go away somehow. You know what I'm saying? He is getting on my nerves. All this begging and panhandling for money from us and all this bullshit. Listen, man. I'm sorry for you, but we should not be giving this motherfucker anything. I mean, listen, that's the bottom line to it. I really have no sympathy for Ukraine at all. I really don't. I mean, do I feel like Russia should have invaded Ukraine? They're supposed to be a sovereign nation. No, I don't. But I mean, it's their that's your business, man. That's your business. You know, and we do not need to be getting involved with this shit. We do not need to be getting involved. Sunshine says that would make Pearl Harbor look like. What's up, mama? Okay. What's up, baby girl?
I want to be with you.
You want to be with me?
What is that?
What is what?
That.
What? What happened to your eye? What happened to your eye?
It got burned.
It got burned? What do you mean it got burned? What? How'd your eye burn?
Because I'm cooking something.
You were cooking something?
I knew I was cooking something.
Okay, how'd you get burned?
Because it popped on me.
It popped on you? I'm sorry, baby girl. I didn't know that.
What is that?
Yo, Nobody says they should be doing anyway. Shit is fucking retarded. Said to say I ever had to share a planet with these fucking devils. Real talk.
What is that?
What is what, mama?
That.
Oh, there's nothing in there. It's all gone.
Let me see.
Let you see. Girl, I just told you. You don't need to see nothing. Hold on, girl. Just relax. Just chill right here.
I do need to see something.
You don't need to see anything. No nonsense, Stucky was good.
I can't see. Show you.
You can't see. I don't want everybody to see you.
You don't want to see you?
I don't want everybody to see you.
No, you.
There's some sick people on the internet.
So I can't see you.
Yeah, Sugar-Free Mars, that is their business. They need to go on ahead and mind their own business. Listen, like I said, Russia is not, it's not right that Russia did what they did. I mean, I don't agree with Russia, but the bottom line is the Ukraine used to be a part of Russia. And there are a lot of Ukrainians, trust me, there are a lot of Ukrainians that still want to be a part of Russia. That's just what it is. Like I said, Vasily Lomachenko is a Russian super sympathizer. That's why they don't like him over there. But then he tried to, make amends by going and joining in the war and all this other stuff. Yes, please hit the like button. Thank you. But let me see. Exactly, that's their business. But see what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. They're going to do something retarded, right? They are. That's why they're trying to. I think they actually did give Ukraine another $100 billion. But they want this thing to escalate. They want it to escalate into World War III, and you know, Putin made it clear that if we get involved, then Putin made it clear if we get involved, then they're going to launch nuclear weapons. I think it's very unlikely that he would actually follow through with that, but I think he's just trying to make sure that, you know, he gives a good stance against any involvement from the West, right? He doesn't want it to go there. And then, of course, China's like, everybody calm down, everybody act like adults, right? That China's saying. They salute you, my supporters. So the beings over there, this country, need to learn to put their people first and help us. Sit the bleep down. Yeah, well, unfortunately, they don't see us as their people. They see us as the proletariat working class that are we're supposed to fund their lifestyles. We're supposed to provide for their lifestyles. Our time and labor and energies, our children. You know what I'm saying? That's why there's so many sick people in the elite class that exist today that are, you know, that are preying on our children. This is the problem with federal governments, and people won't realize it until it's too late. People have this level of power, will always be a bigger threat than, real talk. I would rather have to worry about neighbor than nukes. I agree. The U.S. just needs to mind exactly, and that's what it comes down to. Hell, I mean, they do need to mind their own goddamn business, right? You know, but they don't want to. They want us to be. They want to foment war. That's what they want to do, because that's how they get what they want. What's good, Anarchy? Exactly, we're chess pieces. We're chess pieces. And that's all we'll ever be to these people. You know, that's all we'll ever be. But anyway, I just thought I'd come through and let y'all know what's going on. That Russia is basically saying they will. The new directive, the new nuclear first mandate, the new nuclear first directive is to launch nukes into any country that attacks them that also has nukes. Because I think Putin sees the writing on the wall. No problem, Sunshine. That's what I'm here for. And like I said, I will also look into Agenda 47. Now, I did skim through it, right? I did skim through Agenda 47, and I don't really see any issues with what of any of those agendas. I really don't see any problems with it, because what I see, what I'm seeing does not violate so far. Like I said, I actually need to dive into it a little bit more, do a little more research on it, see what they're actually talking about. But nothing I see, I don't see anything that would basically be violative to one's rights, right? It's talking about military, taking care of military veterans. It's talking about minding their own business. It's talking about the auto workers and getting them back right again. It's talking about all those types of things. So like I said, I had to go through a little more and see what he's talking about. But you know, there's always something behind it, right? There's always something behind it. Anyway, thank you guys for coming through. I'm going here and hang out with my kids. Right now it's just me and the kids. The wife, she went to Texas for her homegirl's birthday. So they're hanging out for her homegirl's birthday, and she'll be back tomorrow. So it's just me and the kids right now. So I appreciate you guys for listening, and all that good stuff. So again, I know we got a lot of things going on right here in the United States that we need to be focused on. that our so-called leaders should be focused on if they actually cared about leading us, if they actually cared about us and cared about the people of this country, they would be focusing on shit that we got going on right here. But instead, they're trying to drag us into forever wars, which might not be a forever war if nukes start getting launched. You understand what I'm talking about? If nukes start flying everywhere, there will be no forever war. That'll be a war for about 2 days. That'll be a 2-day war, and then it'll be, like I said in the title, mass casualty events all over the world if Putin actually follows through with his threat. But that, that's just the bottom line to it. No Nonsense Stucky says, off topic, but have you seen or heard from Derek Williams on or off? I have not. I need to actually, I got his number still, so I'm going to give him a call, see what's going on. I haven't seen him on YouTube at all. I haven't even talked to him. I need to go ahead and give him a call. Yes, depopulation has always been the agenda, and they loved it. They loved it when Russia invaded Ukraine. They loved that shit. And they loved openly supporting Ukraine, openly sending them money, openly giving them weapons, right, that they could use against Russia. Because they knew at some point Russia was going to be like, all right, motherfucker. All right. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing with this proxy war, and we ain't going to stand for it no more. Right? So that's what's going on right now. And they knew that this would happen. They knew this level of escalation would occur. And now they're trying to put the final nail in the coffin, right? They're trying to deliver the death nail. And that's what they set out to do. And, they're using our money to do so. Can you imagine that? They're using our money to make sure that we are involved in a fucking war that could completely devastate the entire planet to a huge degree. And they feel like, well, we can just hide in our bunkers and, all this, that. We can hide in our bunkers. We can take iodine tablets. We could, all that shit. We can wait it out 200 years underground until we can resurface. Like, these motherfuckers are sick. They're fucking sick. It would take like 200 years. 200 years. So they feel like, oh, well, our kids and our kids' kids, they're going to be able to, it's nuts. It's nuts. If there is a nuclear holocaust all over the world, right? I mean, look how long it took for Chernobyl in Chernobyl, they had a nuclear meltdown of their nuclear plant. It wasn't even a nuclear bomb. It wasn't even like it was no nuke dropped in Chernobyl. It was a nuclear meltdown, which is not even close to the level of megatonnage that an actual nuclear bomb would cause. And it took what, 60 something, however long it fucking took. I mean, now they're seeing mutated frogs. They're seeing mutated frogs in Chernobyl, and they're like, oh, maybe we can go back. Mutated frogs. You know what I'm saying? Mutated frogs. They're saying mutated frogs. So that doesn't even tell me, okay, we can go back now. No, they're just telling me that things are alive and they're mutating. Mutated fucking frogs, and you think you can go back there? I mean, come on now. Come on. And that was just a nuclear meltdown. And when you're talking about the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombs, the shit that they got now that they can drop is going to be many, many times worse than those. And if you're talking about, okay, Russia just launched some, we're going to launch some, and then now China's like, well, fuck. We're going to launch some, and then North Korea, and then all. I mean, it's going to be a fucking crazy. It's going to be wild. And the level of devastation that this will cause would be much worse than Nagasaki and Hiroshima and the nuclear meltdown in Chernobyl and what happened in Japan with the earthquake. That is nothing compared to what they got now, that they can just destroy and just make life unlivable on this planet for a very, very long time. Unlivable in many places. Let's just say that. In many places. So, I mean, again, mutually assured destruction has been keeping this at bay, and now it's threatening to rear its ugly head. But like I said, I don't think Putin don't really do that, because he knows yeah, it's not going to be good for anybody. It's not going to be good for anybody. But what we're counting on is dragging us into World War III. They're counting on a lot of things happening in the United States, right? If that occurs, because they let so many people in here that we've already been invaded. We've been invaded by millions of people, potentially, that could take up arms against us in our own. They're already here. They're behind enemy lines already. So that's what they're counting on. They're counting on that type of shit going on. But they're okay with if nukes drop. Yeah. They're the powers that be that feel like they can just, we'll just go flee to our our bunkers and all this other shit. Those people, they'll be very okay with a nuclear holocaust. But they'll take World War III, which would be because they have hypersonic missiles, hypersonic ballistic missiles in Russia that could reach the United States. That could be a problem as well. I mean, they could do all kind of damage. And don't forget cyber. Don't forget the potential cyber attacks. All right, shutting down power grids. They've already demonstrated they can do shit like that. They've already demonstrated that they could hack into our systems and shut down certain infrastructure. Or so they say. They say it was Russia. They say it was a Russian gang, but it could be the small hats, just so you know. Just so y'all know, I can't say the actual word, but the small hats have a back door to the cybersecurity of this country, because they provide a lot of the cybersecurity for this country. The small hats. I don't know if y'all knew that, but they do. All right. And and not just our country, many other countries. They have a back door, but like I said, it has been demonstrated that our infrastructure can be hacked and it could create problems. So the nuclear option, they're okay with it, but there are many other things that they could do to try to get what they want without the nuclear option. It was good. It is discussing sugar-free Mars. Right, none of us will exist, but they have bunks in underground temporary protection. Yeah, they think it's gonna be okay. They have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. All it takes is one man to say fuck it. Exactly. It's so sad that us regular common man have absolutely nothing to do with this, but every time these so-called leaders get their thongs in a bunch, common man is the caption. Yeah, because yeah, absolutely. You got to. That's why they're okay with it. This has been their mentality for hundreds of years. Yeah, people like that. This has been their mentality for hundreds of years. This is how they operate. This is how they see the world working. Right? They think it's too many people. Any of these elite motherfuckers pushing this depopulation bullshit, they're part of the problem, because they're trying to convince us that we're overpopulating the planet, which is bullshit. Bullshit. You understand? The United States is like over 90% rural open space that's unoccupied. There's plenty of land in the United States that people could spread out and live and be okay. But they don't want that. They want to convince you that, we're sapping all the resources, and no, it's bullshit. Anyway, let me get on out here, y'all. Again, I might come back and talk to you guys about Agenda 24 or 47. I'll actually sit down and read through all of them, read through all the agendas and see what they talking about. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see if we'll be dragged into World War III by the end of 2024. All right. They got to do it before January 20th, before the inauguration, to keep up appearances that, when there's a transfer of power, different things should happen. They got to keep up the illusion. They got to keep up the illusion, and all that. They got to keep up the illusion. And when Trump gets in, he'll save the day, and there won't be no war, and we won't be in World War III. They have to keep the illusion up. So, the illusion that Donald Trump is actually going to make a difference. We know that if he does make a difference, it's by design. Okay, it's by design. Anyway, much love. Like, share, subscribe, and we're gonna keep marching forward to our freedom. Peace.